Welcome back to Midday. We're joined now by Julia Liebing, who is from Abbott Wealth Management. Happy to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
You're saying you've been at Abbott Wealth about a year and a half now?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
And so they're throwing you into the TV world.
Yes, they are. Yeah. So second time on the show. So
fantastic.
Yeah.
Happy to have you.
Thanks for
We're
having
talking 5 tips to take control of your financial success.
Yes. So I thought this would be a good one to talk about because it applies to kind of any stage in life, just the principles themselves. So number one, most important, set savings goals and identify short, medium, and long term. So some examples of that would be short-term emergencies or expenses, medium-term vacation or perhaps a new car purchase, and long-term could be something like a home purchase or retirement.
Okay, so anything from an unexpected situation to dreams that you're hoping to fulfill.
Definitely. So one of the most important things about that is not having to sacrifice those dreams that you're wanting to fulfill because you have an unexpected expense come up.
Which I think is the place where a lot of people live.
Yes, unfortunately.
Save a little and cross your fingers, right?
Yeah, definitely. So to be able to make sure that you're achieving all of the things that you want to in your life, being able to pay for those things is definitely important, and planning for that key.
For sure, absolutely.
Another thing that number 2, make saving automatic. So setting up automatic transfers just makes it so much easier. You don't even have to think about it.
And
you
if
just
you
pay
don't
yourself.
do that, it's so tempting to think like, oh, well, maybe we'll just use this money here this month.
Definitely.
Or, maybe...
oh, I can buy this pair of shoes rather than, you know, working towards achieving my goals.
I'm investing in my tomorrow with this pair of shoes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So it's definitely important to pay yourself as well.
Automatic withdrawals for those savings.
Yeah, and you can do that for just savings accounts for short-term expenses or things like long-term expenses like your retirement.
Right. Okay, great.
So they make it nice and easy, which is good.
Yes.
Number 3 is don't normalize debt. So unfortunately today we tend to think in monthly payments and finance everything. So I can afford this every month, but it's not necessarily the best idea because you end up paying a lot in interest if you're using, say, your credit cards to do that. And then you're just spending more money.
Yes. So by normalized debt, you mean we start to not even think of it as debt. We just think of it as a normal thing that we spend money we don't have on.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, I got that $5,000 sitting there on my credit card.
Right.
And that's fine, but you're paying hundreds of dollars a year in interest.
Yes, because anything can get comfortable.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And so it's just, it becomes the norm because you're just constantly putting things on there and making payments on it, but not paying it off.
So making sure that you think of debt as debt.
Yes, it's not just, you know, hanging out there.
Right, oh, everybody does it.
Yeah, yeah. So definitely important to kind of adapt that mentality that it's not normal to have that credit card debt sitting there.
Great, nagging at the back of your mind.
Exactly.
Great.
Yeah. And number 4 would be accountable. Having a buddy or coach to help keep you accountable is definitely, will help you more than, say, not having one. So having to, say, report to your parents, spouse, friends, or financial advisor will kind of just keep that at top of mind. And if you're not following through on those things that you said you were going to do, that can kind of just stir something in you that you want to.
And having somebody who can say, hey, I don't think this is what we talked about.
Yeah. Like, are you sure that was a good idea?
So who do you guys recommend that you choose as somebody to be accountable to when it comes to finances?
It depends kind of what stage you're at. So if you're in, say, investing stage where you're like planning for your retirement, your financial advisor is probably going to be the best person to
you're
keep you on
not going to be
track
using your
for that.
parents as your accountability when you're planning your retirement.
Probably not. I mean, unless they're experts in financial advising. But if you're kind of like starting out or like kind of in a more debt stage where you're trying to recover from something that's happened that's depleted your savings and you're struggling with budgeting day to day, parents or a spouse or friend could be more beneficial in that scenario.
Great. Just some kind of accountability.
Yeah.
Okay, and our last one, number 5?
Make a plan and stick to it. So your plan doesn't mean anything, unfortunately, if you don't stick to it.
Right.
So budgeting tools or apps, lots of online banking. Companies have that for their clients, so it's just a platform that's built into their online banking, or there's some apps out there that kind of help you keep track of where your money is going.
Right. And in a world with so many possibilities for those kinds of things, it's hard to make an excuse.
It is.
Not to be held accountable and and to do all those things sticking to your plan.
Yeah, definitely.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So abbottwealth.com, you can get more information. You guys are always available for appointments and to set up to talk to people and discuss these things. Great tips, 5 tips to take control of your financial success. Thanks so much for coming on, Julia.
Thank you, Katie.
We'll be back with more Midday in just a moment.